Hello everybody and welcome back to another reading vlog. So this whole reading vlog theme is Western cowboy romances because I just feel inspired by Beyonce's newest song. It's been exploding everywhere on TikTok, Instagram, and she's coming out with the country album. And I'm like, you know what? People are embracing their cowboy life and I'm gonna go for it. So I'm gonna try to read three. We'll have to see how it goes. Cowboy Western romances that I'm looking forward to. And two of them are on my backlist books I want to read this year. So yay for that. But first, a word from the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. This video is so kindly sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. If you're someone new that wants to get into therapy and not quite sure where to start, BetterHelp is perfect for you because it is super simple. All you have to do is go online to their site and you fill out a survey. Basically, they ask you why you're seeking therapy today, what you're looking to get out of therapy, and just general questions like that. From there, they will pair you up with a therapist and you get to schedule your very first chat with your therapist and start, talking about things that you need to talk to with your therapist. What's also great about BetterHelp, in case you meet your therapist and something just isn't quite clicking, you can switch to another therapist with no additional cost, which is amazing. Sometimes you just don't click with a therapist or a person in general and you have to switch to another one. That's totally okay. BetterHelp makes it super easy to get help, and that's the main thing about them. They want to make it easy for you to ask for help because at the end of the day, asking for help is the best thing you can do for yourself. There, after you find your therapist, you can start scheduling video chats or live chats or phone chats, whatever you want to do with your therapist, and you can develop a relationship from there and you can start talking about maybe your anxiety or maybe why you need therapy. It's just a great way to experience therapy. So join the 3+ million people today that are taking charge of their mental health by joining BetterHelp today. So many people are using BetterHelp that they're currently recruiting therapists in all 50 states, which is amazing because that means more people are asking for help, which is phenomenal. As someone who struggles with anxiety greatly, BetterHelp is amazing and I would always recommend them. Like I said, in case you want to check out BetterHelp, you're interested in it and want to learn more, you can use my link down below at www.betterhelp.com/bookables to get 10% off your first month using BetterHelp. You will not regret it. Again, it's www.betterhelp.com/bookables to get 10% off your first month, and I highly recommend you do so because therapy is always an amazing thing, always. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now back onto the vlog. So like I said, I'm gonna read some cowboy romances. First up, I've had one that I bought, I think last year. It's Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. What drew me into this is the cover because it looks kind of pop art vintage, it looks super cool. I just started this one's about Emmy, who is a riding horses, but then she has to go back home because she gets injured. I don't know. I haven't heard much about it. I do know the sequel of this just came out, if I'm not mistaken. This is the first one I'm planning to read. And the next one is Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. The first one, I always forget the name of it. I think it was Flawless, I think. I read that one last year, enjoyed it. This is about different characters. It's like one of the companion ones. The first one was about Rhett and Summer, and this is about Rhett's older brother and Summer's best friend Willa, and he's a grumpy single dad looking for a nanny, and Willa steps in. He owns a ranch, so hence the cowboy theme, western theme, I don't know what you want to call it, but either way, this is the other one I want to read. These two are my priority. If somehow I do great, which who knows at this point in my life, the trajectory of how it goes with reading and life and things like that. The last one I would like to check out is Rootbound by Tara DeWitt. I think this one is again about a character that has to go home, if I'm not mistaken. I've read one Tara DeWitt book before last year. It was called Funny Feelings and I enjoyed it. This is something on the whim I decided to do and I'm excited to make it a reading vlog. Either way, come along with me as we save a horse, ride a cowboy. Who was that by? That was so popular when I was younger. I can't remember. But as far as country goes, country music in particular, I grew up listening to a lot of it. My mom did. I am very well versed in 90s country, like, oh my goodness. Like, I loved Brooks and Dunn. Kenny Chesney was big. I also loved, who did I love? Tim McGraw. Gosh, I love Tim McGraw. I loved Dixie Chicks, She Daisy, Faith Hill. Like, there's so many great, and I still listen to country occasionally. It's not my favorite genre, but I will say one of my daughter's favorite songs of all time is Beautiful Crazy by Luke Combs. She loves that song, like, with a passion, so we listen to that all the time, and I do really like him. And I have a whole list, I have a whole playlist of country. Like, I got Strawberry Wine up there. If you're older, you know it. I don't listen to country a ton, but I grew up with it, and I live in the South, so come along with me as we read some cowboy, country, Western romances, and let's have a good time. Welcome to our completed living room. So I vlogged starting this like 2 months ago before my father-in-law got really sick. Welcome to our living room. It's a little bit of a disaster right now. This is our first big project of 2024. I wanted to document more projects, so here we are. So our big project. First of all, we are planning to move the TV over above the mantle. Matt's gonna put some shiplap or like just kind of rustic wood up there, but we decided that actually before we even do that, we should repaint this because we like this color, but it's just a little bit too brown, orangey, I guess. So as you can see, we've been sampling a lot of paint colors right here. So this is the original color. I'd say it's raining today, so it's a lot darker. It's like kind of tannish, a light tannish that's very orangey, and it's okay. It's just a little bit too warm. We don't want to go too cold, but we don't want to go too warm. So we decided to try some different ones. We looked up some warm beiges, but these are just straight white to us right here. So we decided to go with this color right here. This is Sherman-Williams Kimmy beige, I believe. We were thinking about going this drastic. This is Frozen Palm. We love this color a lot, but we just thought it'd be a little bit too much for us. We're not that adventurous, if you don't know. So this is the color we're gonna go with. It's, as you can see, it's kind of like this. It's just really lighter, and we think it's gonna brighten up the room. That's our big project. So we're gonna paint. We're gonna paint the mantle. We're gonna move the TV over. We're gonna redesign this over here. I showed that we were gonna paint the walls, which we have, and painted the fireplace. So this was our big project, and we started it, and then Matt's dad got sick, and then my father-in-law got sick, and so we've just now picked it up. So anyway, if you don't know, the TV used to be over here. Used to have a big stand and was on the wall, but we have since moved it to up there. Matt built like this kind of rustic wood thing behind it. I added some greenery and stuff. And over here, like the canvas, canvas used to be up there. We will eventually get a new canvas with Autumn, but she's right there. But anyway, we got a much smaller console. We have a new chair, which we bought. We've had this chair, and yeah, it's just looking pretty cozy in here. Don't look at the couches because these pillowcases are ugly. I do have some pillow covers on order. They're coming soon. They're like teal, to kind of tying everything together, but overall I think it looks really nice in here. It changes the direction of the room completely, but this was our first big project of the year. We lightened the rooms, we painted the fireplace, we moved everything. One thing left, I think we're gonna get a new rug because this one, you can't tell on camera, but it is disgusting. But we'll see. But either way, it's a beautiful living room. And then if you're over here, this is what it looks like. It gets lots of natural light and stuff like that. So I think it looks really great. Next project brings us in Autumn's room. So our 3 big things we wanted to do in 2024 was the living room and the kids' rooms. So this is Autumn's room. It used to be my office, so it was gray. We have since painted it to this kind of lightish blush pink, which I really enjoy. And this weekend, we are planning to rip this carpet up because these carpets are disgusting, and put the same hardwood we have everywhere. This carpet also used to be in our bedroom. We changed that in 2020. Carpet and putting flooring in. And other than that, there's not much else. This changing table is going to go, and instead I'm going to get like a cube organizer like Noah has in his room. And these are going to be the bins. So if you can't tell, the whole theme of this room is kind of like butterfly flowers. A lot of this stuff I have got from Michael's because I left their spring collection. I have this little thing right here, which is, I keep all her little clips in. It's really super cute. I do have another like butterfly heart thing that's coming. It hasn't come yet. Then I have this butterfly. I've had that. My neighbor actually gave me this when Autumn was born, and I love it so much. Yes, she's still in a crib. If you're like, oh my gosh, she's still in a crib. Let me tell you, she hasn't tried to climb out of it, and I didn't switch Noah till he was out of a crib till like he was 3. So I'm going to roll with it until she doesn't want it, and then we'll move into a toddler bed. But right now, the crib's fine, and I'm okay with it. Anyway, it's going to be hardwood floors, keyboard organizer. This is staying, and it'll just be nicer in here. So I'm pretty excited about that. As far as Noah rooms go, we're not going to change that much to it. These are the floors that you'll see underneath those floors, but we're going to put those floors. And so we're just kind of updated. I'm sure I've told you guys many times, my son is autistic, so he's 9, but he still likes a lot of younger things, which is more than okay with us. It is fine. We're just gonna kind of update it some. So basically the bed's gonna stay the same. We're gonna kind of take this off, and I'm gonna kind of make it like a vintage like car situation, like Route 66, because he's still a big fan of cars. I'll probably get a newer poster. This is his cube organizer, the same one I'm gonna get for Autumn's room. I might change the bins colors because they're still a little babyish because I got him when he was like 2. But yeah, we're gonna also take this down. We're gonna put him a desk here and then a bookshelf because he's got books here. This is a 4-tier organizer that has all books, so I want him to have a proper bookshelf. And then I think that's pretty much it. Just wall art and a desk and a bookshelf, and the floors, and that's the main thing here. So not a lot to change. Oh, this is a cool Cars rug I got him for Christmas that I really like. But yeah, that's about it. I also want to update you on what I plan to do with my backyard. This is my backyard. We have a pretty big backyard. I love it. If you don't know, you probably don't know, I have learned that I love flowers, like a lot of people probably do, but I love flowers. I love springtime. I love happiness. So I'm gonna plant a lot of flowers this year. I've been following a ton of garden accounts on Instagram. They have all of these cut flower gardens where it's just massive. I don't think I could do that by any means, but I'm just gonna plant flowers because it makes me happy. So I'm gonna share with you what I plan to do. Will it turn out great? I don't know, so we'll have to see. Either way, this is my little bin right here. I have stuff already blooming. I forget what hyacinthus I think they're called, but I also have my mums down there. They grow early and they grow fruitful, so just you wait. So this is already done. I'm not gonna mess with this because they're perennials. They come back every year. I'm fine with it. Over here is something we put in last year. And honestly, I'm hoping the stuff I planted comes back. We do have a hosta that will probably come back. I think that's I don't know what's coming in right there. But I do have, I want to say, a tiger lily kind of over here. I planted some annuals, so those are gone. But I also planted a Gerber daisy over here. And I'm hoping they come back. I think they're perennials. We'll have to see. The main thing this year I'm planting is a lot of cone flowers because they're beautiful. A lot of black-eyed Susies and a lot of white daisies. They will probably fill up this whole space, and I know it gets crazy, but I enjoy it. They're colorful. They're easy to grow, and zinnias too. I'm doing zinnias. These are my 2 pots every year. These flowers have been in here since we moved. I don't love them. They feel like lamb ears. They're great, but I'm taking them out, and I'm probably gonna put some zinnias in here, I think, because those are really great to grow and I enjoy them. So I usually put just petunias in here, but I want to try just planting perennials, you know, get the bulbs, get them in there and see how it goes. So I'm gonna do that for that and that for that. All alongside here, I have a bird feeder right here. I'm gonna make another kind of semicircle, again, cone flowers, black-eyed Susie, stuff like that. And then I'm going to take it all the way down till like right where it hits my trash can, which is right there. So I'm going to make the whole border right here. I'm going to put black-eyed Susies, cone flowers, again, daisies. And over here I want to put another like bird feeder in, and I want to put a hummingbird feeder with the nectar and stuff. And I would also really like to get a bird bath. I'm 35 and I'm embracing my bird watching and flower lady time. So either way, I do have my beautiful hydrangea, which actually bloomed last year. It's coming back, and it's coming back great. So I'll probably put some more hydrangeas and just get full sun ones. This is my shade one, and this is like the only area of my yard that really does get shade. But I'm probably going to put some full sun ones. But yeah, this is going to be a really, really big project, and I'm really excited. I just want color everywhere, and I want flowers everywhere because it truly makes me happy. So yeah, I'll probably update you when I start it in next month, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to research when to actually do it, so I'm excited. So I told you the whole reason for me doing this, okay, hold on, is because I like flowers and colors, and also we're outside in our backyard a lot. Like I care about my backyard more than my front yard because, okay, because I spend more time out here. I want it to be beautiful. I want it to be, you know, colorful and stuff, and I want to make it like a place where I want to be all the time because we're outside all the time. Because that's one thing I really do believe in with kids is getting them outside, getting yourself outside. Vitamin D is so good for you, and fresh air is great for you, and just being away from kind of electronics and enjoying earth and nature and stuff. And you can even experience the, sorry, bubbles in your backyard. So I'm very excited, and I want to hopefully do this project, and I want it to be crazy blooms and everything, and I just really would like to do it. So I'm gonna do it. Never tells you how long it takes to put flooring in. It's not fun at all, but it looks a lot better. That's my daughter you're gonna hear. That's excitement, not upsetness. So you know, I'm tired. I'm sure you guys saw. Yesterday was a big day. We replaced the floors. We took up the carpet, which, oh my gosh, taking up carpet is the worst with all the staples, the nail strips. And then we put down new flooring, and that took up the whole day pretty much. But I'm teaching you some reading. I haven't done much, but I've done some, so I'm updating. So I'm mostly reading Heartless by Elsie Silver. What page I'm on? I don't know. I am on page 110, so not too shabby. This is a quite long book, though. It's like, yeah, it's like 410 pages, which is pretty long, but I am enjoying it. So like I told you guys, this is the sequel to Flawless companion novel. You don't have to read them in order, but they have interjoining characters, so I would recommend it. If this is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series, that's what I should say. Anyway, this one follows two characters. We follow Cade, who is the brother of one of the main characters in the first book named Rhett. Cade is the older brother. He is a single dad. He has a son that is 5, and basically he is looking for a nanny because he owns the family's ranch and he takes care of it, so he has long hours, and it's the summertime, so no school, so he needs a nanny, and he's very picky. Then comes in Willa. Willa is Summer's best friend. Summer was the other main character in Flawless. So in the first book we had Summer and Rhett. In this one we have Cade and Willa. So we kind of have already known them in the first book. Willa is kind of a wild child. She's 25. She does a lot of, I don't know if it's the competitive riding or show horse, but her horse is kind of in rehab. He had to have surgery, so she doesn't have much to do this summer. Her parents are famous, and her brother's doing really good, so she's like, I can just do whatever. And so, you know, she kind of decides to be, I forget his son's name, Luke's nanny, and it's basically about, you can tell as soon as they meet, they both really like each other. It is an age gap romance. I want to say it's like, maybe like 11 or 12 years, which isn't that much of an age gap. 13 years older. I was wrong. He's 13 years older than her, so he must be in his late 30s. So still, it's really not that big of a deal. Me and my husband are 7 years apart. So whatever. My best friend and her husband are like 10 years apart, so I think it's fine. But either way, they both really like each other, and you can tell the age thing's gonna come into play. He's kind of the grumpy, and she's kind of the sunshine and happy and just going with the flow and having a good time. I'm enjoying it so far. It's not very cowboy-esque quite yet. I think my other read is gonna go more into that territory, but he owns the ranch. His brother is a professional bull rider, so like it's clearly like very cowboy inspired, but I'm liking it so far. It's like single older dad with younger hot nanny, so you know, why not? But either way, I'm 110 pages into this. I am reading Done and Dusted. I'm reading this physically, and I'm about like 20 pages into this, so I can't even tell you what's about quite yet. I don't know what else to say. So I'm enjoying them both. This one I'm reading a lot more. This one I'm not. I need to pick up my pace on them, but hopefully tomorrow I will have some more reading accomplished. Here's hoping. Okay, so the floor is in, as you can see. Look at that beautifulness, just flows right in. It also does to our room, and Noah's room will look like that soon. But yeah, sorry, the lighting's not the best. it's obviously missing a rug. It's coming on Wednesday, so, but I put the cube organizer in, as you can see. I love doing stuff like this. And I put books in the middle because my kids love books. And these I picked out. I don't know if they match exactly, but you know what? They're cute, and that's it. On here, I just have like her dollhouse, her little lemonade thing. These do not stay up here, but it's a kid's room. It's going to get messy, okay? Over there, I have this, which we made this wall when this was my office, and I love it so much. We're not getting rid of it. And then my best friend made this for me for my daughter. And I'm like, I have to put this up there, and it just goes perfectly with it. But as you can see, I'm still missing a piece of decor right there. My mother has it because she got it. There's this, but we do have this. It's huge. It is massive, but it's fine. I don't think we need too much in here. I think this looks beautiful. Over here, just ignore the tools because it's my husband's stuff. Like I told you guys, I have these two things that will go up above this, and that's going to be it for wall decor. I think it looks great. I think it's awesome. I think the rug's going to really tie everything together, and it's truly her room now. Hello everyone, it is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I do want to update you on my reading. I haven't finished anything sadly, but I am reading both of them, which I mean, I'm pretty confident. I definitely say I'm farther along into Heartless by Elsie Silver. I'm on page 270 and it's starting to get pretty steamy, if you know what I mean. So I'm over halfway through it. I only have this much left to go. I feel confident that I'll probably not finish it tonight, but for sure I'll finish it tomorrow. But I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, Stamon's finally started happening. It's got a good like single dad rep, but the age gap with 13 years, and I'm liking it. You know, Cowboys. Yes, I'm here for it. I'm liking it. And then I have read more than like 20 pages. I'm officially on 100 pages. I'm done and dusted. I'm enjoying it so far, but I can tell you now what this book is about. We follow Clementine, otherwise known as Emmy, and she is coming back home to her family's ranch in Wyoming, and she is a professional horse rider. I don't know what you call that, a jockey or something, but basically she was thrown from her horse pretty badly, and she got injured really bad, and since then she has not been able to get back on a horse. She's been having panic attacks, and she's afraid to tell her family. So when she goes home, she runs into Luke Brooks. They call him Brooks, and he is one of her older brother's best friends. He's like kind of the other brother. He's always been associated with them, and him and Emmy have always had a very tumultuous relationship. Well, one day she confides in him about being thrown from the horse, and he teaches young kids to ride horses. He's like, why not just let's start from scratch and try to help you, and feelings are starting to emerge. So it goes on from there, and it just says that at least as things between Emmy and Brooks heat up, it's getting more difficult for him to keep his hands off of her. Can he help her get the spark back, or will they both go up in flames? But I'm enjoying it. Again, both rough and rugged cowboys. This one really talks more about horses and things like that, which I appreciate because I love horses, and I think they're just so strong yet gentle creatures that are just beautiful and majestic, honestly. And I would love to like learn how to ride a horse, and would love to own a horse one day, but but it'd be cool. Like I think there's a horse in this one, and they call him Blueberry. In this one, there's a horse named Moonshine and Mabel, which I love. And there's one that actually Luke Brooks' horse that he has his name is Friday, because when he first saw the horse, he was listening to Friday I'm in Love by The Cure, which, if you don't know my son's autistic and he loves music. He goes through different bouts of like different bands, but there was a good long time he was into The Cure, which I don't mind. I love The Cure, but I just found that so amazing that he named his horse Friday because of The Cure song. I was like, yes! But either way, both of them are great cowboy romances, I would say. Like both, and they also do the backwards baseball cap thing too and they also wear a cowboy hat. I'm into it. Hello, happy Wednesday. I always forget what day of the week it is because I'm just horrible. Either way, I literally just finished Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. Overall, I like this book. I would give it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't everything I wanted to be. Was it a fun Western cowboy romance? Yes, it was. I will say that for sure. It didn't have a lot of character development that I wanted. It was kind of like, you know, Clementine, Emmy, and Luke have known each other since they were children because he is her older brother's best friend. And, you know, she finally comes back in town and he has attraction to her, she has attraction to him, and that was pretty much it. There wasn't a lot of, like, I guess, angst or a lot of anything build up to it, which I guess is fine. I guess I just wanted a little bit more of it, but I did like how it talked about her anxiety and panic attacks of getting back on a horse after she had such a traumatic injury related to a horse. I appreciate that, and Luke helped her with that, and I really think this one emphasized a lot about racing, which I never knew it was barrel racing, which I still don't know much about. I'm going to YouTube and just see what it is because I have no clue, but I liked learning more about that. They really focused a lot on the horses on this one and the ranch more so than the other Western I'm reading, but overall it was okay. I will continue with the series because I like it. They're just quick fun romances, and I'm not gonna lie, the covers get me. The cover got me on this one because it's like a vintage Western romance, and I am here for it. I do know the second one is about her older brother Wes, which I am a little bit interested in, but I know the third one, I don't know if it's out yet or if it's, I don't know, that is about her oldest brother Gus and her best friend Teddy, and they have very much a lot of angst in this book. They both really don't like each other, so I can tell it's going to be a lot of romantic tension and angst, so I'm really excited for that one, and I might just skip the second one to go to that one, but I will buy them all because the covers are stunning. So yay, I read my first like cowboy Western one. Officially 85% of the way into Heartless, and I am enjoying that one a lot more. I think it's got a lot more character development. It's got a lot more romantic tension. It is this was very steamy. It was short, but it was very, very steamy, much like Heartless is very steamy as well, but hopefully I'll finish that tomorrow and then we can wrap this vlog up because I don't think I'm going to read 3. I guess just unreasonable for me. I think with my reading vlogs now I'm just going to stick to 2, and I think I'll be okay with that. I think I just have this precedent in my mind that it has to be 3 books in a reading vlog, and that's not the case. I can change things. So yeah, I'll update you tomorrow, hopefully with my next book being finished, but overall, this is okay. If you just want a quick, fun, steamy Western romance, I'd recommend it. Speaking of updates, we officially have a rug. I love it. I think it really ties the whole room together. It's an amazing, it's a beautiful room. It's not 100% done. I'll do a montage when it is. Yeah, it's a great room. I think she's already been playing in it a lot more, which is what the whole goal was for her, this to be more her room and where she can go to play and stuff like that. But I think it's nicer. Like, look how much lighter and happier it is. I think the rug just really add something to it. In the living room, it's officially done. By that I mean I finally got pillowcase covers. So these pillows, the ones underneath this cover, came with the couch. They were ugly, you know. I just got some teal ones. They're meant to be like kind of darker blue, but they're just straight up teal. I don't love them, but they're better than the other ones, so I'm calling it a win. So this room is officially 100% done. Anyway, I love how it's changed the complete layout of the room. It's more open, it just is cozier, and I like it. So I might do a little close-up of things because I like doing montages. best lighting? No, because the sun's kind of setting and it's literally right there. But either way, we're just gonna roll with it. So we've come to the end of the vlog, my friend. I officially finished both of these in under a week. So I will gladly pat myself on the back because, as you know, this year my reading game has been not good. I relocated because I really couldn't do the lighting. So either way, finishing 2 books for me in under a week, I feel very, very accomplished with. So I told you what I thought about Done and Dusted. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It was okay. I will continue out the series because I'm interested. I won't like read them back to back. Like I need to, like I'm not rushing to go out to get the second one, but I will purchase it. I'm definitely much more interested in the third one, which I was gonna go buy and like read because I was really interested in those characters, but it doesn't come out till November. So I guess I'll be waiting till November for that. But either way, I will continue out the series. It's a cute Western one and the covers, chef's kiss. On the other hand, I really enjoyed Heartless by Elsie Silver. I liked Flawless. I thought it was okay. I give it a 3. This one I'm giving a 4. Like, I really enjoyed the chemistry between these characters. The single dad, like, oh my gosh. If you want to, like, make a man hot for me, make him a great dad. I don't know. Like, you know, our main character Willow felt the same way, so I'm not alone. Like, maybe it's because my husband is also a great husband and he's a great dad, and I love it. I find that very sexy. But either way, I loved the chemistry between these characters. I love the sexual tension. Willow was an amazing character. She was trying to search for what she wanted in life, and she never really felt like she was putting any roots down everywhere. And then she met Cade and his son Luke, and she just felt immediately at home, and she's like, maybe this is what I want to do. Maybe I want to be like a stay-at-home mom and raise kids in this really small like ranch town. And she's like, but should I do that? Is that right for me to do? Is it right for me to want those things? And I'm like, yes, every person is designed totally different. Some of my amazing friends that have kids work full-time. That is great. Some of my amazing friends are stay-at-home moms. Some of my amazing friends have part-time jobs. So, you know, it's whatever works for you and whatever you want. There's no right way, there's no right mold to fit to be a mom. We're all different mothers. We all mother differently. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to do the best with our kids and the best for us. And that's all that matters. So I was like, it's okay to want these things. And I really enjoyed it. These both, I will say, are very, very steamy. So in case you're not into like the spicy factors in books, I would stay away from these because they're both like, oh my gosh. But if I had to pick my favorite, it would be Heartless. And I definitely will be continuing with the series. The next book features Jasper, who is not a brother, not one of the Eatons. He is actually like their best friend growing up. He's this very kind of shy and gruff professional hockey player. And I know the next one's going to be about him. And then the Eaton's cousin named Sloane. And I feel like they've always had a crush on each other since they were young. But now it's maybe like a second chance romance thing. I really want to pick that up right now, which I might, I don't know. I think that's gonna be a little bit less Western because he's more of a hockey guy, but he's best friends with the Eatons. That's their last name, by the way. So I imagine it's gonna be some cowboy-esque. But I mean, hey, if you want some cowboy romances with a lot of spice, a lot of horses, I'd recommend both of these. For joining me in my cowboy reading era, I feel like it's an era will continue. I like it, I'll stay here. I wish I had a cowboy hat, but I don't, and I don't feel like purchasing one just for the sake of this video because I don't think I would wear it any other time. Look at me being frugal and practical. I like to think so. But either way, let me know if you're reading these books, so if you're tempted to read them now. And I'll see you in my next reading vlog.